Well, we're live. Lakeisha McKnight is here. Welcome to Leadership TKO, the night show via podcast. This podcast is a part of the Leadership TKO radio station that's housed under a limited liability company, or LLC, entitled the International Leadership Education and Development Company, better known as the iLead Company. And the mission of the iLead Company and the brand Leadership TKO is to partner up with associations, small businesses, universities, and faith-based groups to build winning leaders. That's what we intend to do. And we have a special schedule. We've shifted a little bit, and this week marks the full week that we started this new layout with how we conduct Leadership TKO via the night show, and it's allowing us to be able to reach a broader audience. And so I thank you specifically for being connected to Leadership TKO and telling your friends and your business colleagues about what it is that we have going on. Notice that if you return back to this episode on demand, because it's a podcast style on demand, if you return back here within an hour or so, in the description area of this episode, you're going to see some links. Feel free to click on those links and explore all that we have for you. There's a little bit of a freebie that I'm going to tell you about that I would love for you to get your hands on for those of you who are writers, because today, on Tuesdays, here with Leadership TKO, we focus on serving authors, and more specifically, we have a subdivision within Leadership TKO, and it's Leadership TKO for Authors. So before I dive into talking about this subdivision, what I want to do is inform some of our connections, some of the individuals on the social media platform that we are indeed live right now. That way they can tune in as well. They can listen in. And I think, this just will work out great for everyone. So I'm just going to say join in now as I am live on the platform. So hopefully the spelling is good. All right. So what we're doing right now, what I'm doing right now is sharing on my timeline on Facebook. And I want to encourage you to do the same. If you are listening in live, feel free to do so. And I am going to be sharing on several platforms because I want to make sure that we let people know that they can tune in. They can tune in, they can get this great information that we have to share with them. And that is all, that is indeed all. So I am letting people know also on LinkedIn. Okay, so I'm just now sharing on LinkedIn. Awesome. Okay. And what I am going to do now is definitely share. I want to share, if possible, I want to share on my fan page. I do have a fan page on Facebook, so if you want to connect with me on my fan page, you can do so as well. The way to do that is by going to facebook.com /L McKnight Speaks fan page. So that will be L McKnight Speaks fan page. So if you need the spelling for that, that's also going to be posted in the description area. So don't worry, it will be placed there for you. And I have one more place to share. So I shared on my fan page, but I'm also going to share for those who are connected to me on Google. Okay, because we do have a Google page. Okay, we try to stay as connected as possible with those individuals as well. So let's go ahead and do that. So I do want to let you know that even as I am here right now, this particular layout that we have, this new layout, allows me to be live on Sundays through Fridays. Okay, so Sundays through Fridays, I'm live here on the platform at 9:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but it doesn't stop you from coming by and visiting the main platform that we use, which is Spreaker. Okay, Spreaker. You'll definitely be able to visit Spreaker, and you'll be able to grab a hold and actually listen to some of our previous episodes. And if you have a Android phone, you'll be able to look up in the Google Play Store and download the Leadership TKO app. This makes it user-friendly. It allows you to be able to plug into the podcast wherever you are. You don't have to be on your computer to plug in. And so if you have an Android device, all you would simply need to do is in the Google Play Store, you would look up Leadership TKO. And you can add Spreaker to that when you're searching for it. It just makes it easier to find. So Leadership TKO, and then add Spreaker, and then it should pop up. You should see my face a part of the little icon, okay? And download it onto your phone, and you'll be good to go from that point forward. It is a free app, so you don't have to worry about a price tag being attached to it. So I just wanted to let you know about that, just ways in which you can get plugged in. For those of you who are on the Spreaker platform already, just continue to plug in and be connected. But if you're listening in and you got this message about me being live and you are connected to me on another platform, what we will try to do, okay? What we will try to do is just make sure that we share and let you know when we're live. But you can also join Spreaker yourself, and then you can plug in and get notifications. You can sign up to be notified when I'm live. Okay, that way you can just plug right on in. So on Tuesdays, everyone, on Tuesdays, we're focusing in on serving authors. We have a subdivision called Leadership TKO for Authors, where we're helping authors to build their influence and their profits, right, by writing and publishing books. Okay, that's what we're here to do, to be able to help you do. I've been an author several times over. I think a part of collaboration projects and my own single books that I've published, I believe it's over 8, maybe over 10 books at this particular point that I've been a part of. Some more successful than others. Some that I'm more than happy to share about than others as well. I'm just being transparent and 100% honest. Okay, because there's some projects that, in my opinion, could have been a bit better, right? You learn from every experience, and then you learn from that, take what you've gleaned, and you apply it to your next project so that you can avoid those same concerns. And you're going to come across some concerns, especially for those of you who want to do collaboration projects like co-authoring books. You have to be open, you have to be flexible to the schedules and the personalities of those who are involved in the project. So that's just a little bit of a heads up. And we may dive into how to make collaboration projects work. That might be a topic that we focus in on a Tuesday, okay, on an upcoming Tuesday. So we shall see. We shall see. But thank you so much for tuning in once again. Now, again, we are very engaging on my timeline on Facebook. I engage there more than any other platform. So make sure that if you can connect with me on my personal profile, that you're able to do that. I have a little bit of room left because I know Facebook allots you, 5,000 personal friends, quote unquote friends, that is. Okay, so feel free to connect with me on Facebook if we're not connected, so we can build a relationship, not just, of course, do projects, right? But we want to build relationships. Let's do that. Let's do that genuinely. And you can get connected to me on Facebook by going to facebook.com/L McKnight Speaks. It's the same thing as the fan page, but you just take away that fan page word at the end of the URL. So connect with me on Facebook, facebook.com/L McKnight Speaks. That's it. Okay. That is all you got to type in. Or you can just go to Facebook and search for me on the search area. Look up Lakeisha McKnight, and I'm in the Virginia area. And my face should pop up. You'll see some information. Whatever day it is, you're probably going to see a profile picture about that specific day. So right now, if you are trying to search for me on Facebook and it's this Tuesday, August 22nd, just note that it's going to probably say Authorship Tuesdays, and I'll have my face there. It'll have 2 books also in the image, and that way you'll know that it's me that you're connecting with. All right. So what we tend to do, we sometimes may do videos on Tuesdays. We sometimes might not. We may do a blog post on Tuesdays on the global blog, and sometimes we might not. But I do encourage you to visit the blog. Okay. I need to encourage you to visit the blog, because we do provide content on there that is very helpful for those of you who are really trying to become stronger leaders. The link for joining and actually being a part of that blog, you don't have to join anything, but you can visit the blog and read the content. The website address for the blog is leadershiptko.com/blog, and that link will be also in the description area. On the Spreaker platform, that is, okay? So if you're on the Spreaker platform, you'll be able to see that in the description area. So the focus of today, what we talked about a lot, just to kind of review, okay? I want to review. a little bit about what I discussed throughout the day, because I spoke about a lot of things. Like, we did a couple of nuggets. Like, the first nugget we shared about on Authorship Tuesday today, we talked about how you can triple your sales of your book by strategically blogging about it. And if you needed help on how to blog your book, I asked people to send me a message on Facebook, and some people did. So I'm going to go back and get in contact with them and let them know about the opportunity to learn about blogging their book. And more than likely to be something where, if it's not a whole lot of people at the time, we'll just work one-on-one with them and teach them how to really blog their book. There's no need to really have a huge event, and there's not a lot of people who express interest in it. Okay. I do want to let you know also that we do have a freebie that we are going to include in the description area. It's a link that you can go to access the freebie. And this freebie is a report. Okay, it is a report that you'll be able to simply download from online. And the name of the report is 6 Ways to Brainstorm and Write That Book. So if you've been struggling to really learn how to write that book, some people call it writer's block. Other people just, they just may call it plain and simply 100%, keeping it 100%. They just say, I don't know how to start. And if you're one of those individuals and you really don't know how to start your book, okay, you don't know how to start your book, I want to encourage you to look in the description area very soon. It's going to be placed in there, and click on the link for the 6 Ways to Brainstorm and Write Your Book. It's an e-report. Okay, you can download it for free. Okay. So just be aware of that. The other nugget that I shared on my timeline today, for those of you authors out there, is I said writing the book isn't the beginning of the journey, but I also shared that marketing is the starting line. So always remember that when you're publishing books, you do have to write the book, and it takes some time doing because you want to put your effort into it and you really want to change lives. I totally get it. But from the entrepreneurial side of things, the business side of things, marketing is really the key. Because if you don't market what you do, people are not going to know what you do, and you're not going to profit well from it. Okay, you're not going to profit well from it at all. And the first nugget that I shared today on the timeline was writing your experiences daily in a journal is half the battle to book writing. Okay, you need to write daily. Get in the habit. Okay, get in the habit of writing daily. This makes it easier when you're getting ready to write your next book. It's not a huge hassle in being able to do so, because you've already been in the habit already of writing a little bit. Even if it's journaling a paragraph or journaling 2 paragraphs, right? You can do a paragraph at the beginning of your day, a paragraph at the end before you go to bed. Whatever it is that you want to do, but get into the habit of writing. This is the beginning of the journey for those of you authors. And let me just say this. If you find anything helpful that you heard during this episode today, there's a heart next to the episode on Spreaker, on the platform there, or on the app. I want you to hit that heart button or that like button to let me know that you've enjoyed what you've heard. And if you're listening either on the app or on Spreaker, there is an engagement chat area. So you can ask questions, you can leave comments, etc. Even if it's after the time of being live here, because right now it's about 9:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But even after the fact, feel free to leave comments, and I'll come back and I'll respond to your comments. All right. So those are some of the things that we shared on the timeline there. Just wanted to fill those of you in who are not connected on Facebook with me. You can do that. Definitely get connected. I don't care where you live in this world. You can live in Croatia. You can live in the Republic of Korea. You can live right now in the United Kingdom or in South Africa. I know there are many of you that listen to it and you're a part of these countries. You're citizens of these countries. You can be right now in Italy or Peru. Okay. Canada, those of you throughout the United States. Listen, France, Norway, Hungary, all of you in these respective countries, feel free to connect with me on Facebook so that you can learn how to get these books written and published. We help you. We actually provide services to help you to get that book written and to get that book edited and published. So if you need any of these services, we do provide that, a part of the iLead company. Now, if you look at the subdivision, or at least the subtitle of this episode, it talks about how to really get over writer's block, because a lot of people talk about it. And that freebie that I was telling you about is going to give you some strategies on how to really get going with that book, how to really get over the writer's block. Just write it, get that book written. And I want you to tap into that. So once you get access to the description area and you see the content there, click on that link and grab that freebie. Grab it. Okay. But the one or two tips that I really want to provide during this particular podcast episode here is I really want to let you know that the importance of just writing. Okay. Getting into an area, a place where you can focus, where you can clear your mind and there's less distractions, and start writing. It can be the bathroom of your home. It can be inside of your car. It can be outside on the patio or on the beach. Get into a place, find a place where you feel comfortable in writing and just free of distractions. You have this zen going on, this peace, this positive energy. You want to find that place where you can write, even your home office. If you can do it in a home office or some other type of neutral setting, then utilize that. But just start, because the power is in the start. The power is in finding that place also where you can kind of release and just write without distraction. And if you have a lot of stuff going on in your personal life or your professional life, sometimes it is really hard to push through it because you have these things going on, but you have to focus on your mental health. You have to free up that stress in your mind. You have to bring a solution or a resolution to those issues that you're facing in your personal or your professional life so you can get back, on the journey of writing. Some of those things you just have to deal with before you can continue on with your writing journey. You have to. That's the healthiest thing to do. I believe in this concept of not letting the sun go down on your wrath, which means that if you have problems, if you have issues, if you are able to solve or at least rectify your role in an issue, see if you can take care of that. Bring correction, apologize, whatever it is that you need to do to bring relief on your end. Okay, because that's highly important. And as long as you know that you did what you were able to do, that can free you up of mental stress, declutter your mind, releasing that negative energy so that you can continue on with your writing journey. Okay, it allows you to press forward. All right. So those are just some of the things I wanted to point out tonight about writing and getting over writer's block. Again, be sure to come back and take a look at the description area to grab a hold of the freebie that's going to be posted there, to visit the blog as well, so that you can, build yourself up as a leader. That's what I would love for you to do. So also understand that I am releasing a book, myself and 5 other women. We co-authored a book called Leadership TKO for Women. And that book is going to be available on Amazon on August 28th. On August 28th, that book will be available, and we would love for you to get your hands on a copy of the book. And so we may include also a link about that book in the description area. I know it's a lot of information I'm giving you tonight, but it's going to be laid out and hopefully organized and separated so you'll see what the differences are, and it will be in the description area. Okay. And lastly, before we conclude this episode tonight, please note that I know that there are many of you who are women and you listen to this particular podcast. I get it. And the whole focus of the podcast is to build you up as a leader, to help you to increase your influence. And we're doing this also through our campaign. Many of you know about this campaign because we used to talk about this every single night, and that will be the focus. But what we're doing is bringing organization to the brand Leadership TKO. And we're giving respective time and giving clarity to the subdivision. So this is why we have the change in the layout. But I also want to end by letting you know about the campaign. Okay. So we are going to include the link about the campaign. That information will be also in the description area. And just note that with this campaign, you're going to broaden your support network. You're going to learn about free business and leadership training. You're going to learn about the upcoming Small Business Saturdays where you can present about your business, okay, and build your client base potentially, and so much more. Okay, so the website links that we're going to place about the campaign is 2 links. The first one is leadershiptkoforwomen.com. And then the second link is born2lead2017.com. So it's going to be 2 links about the campaign. One link, the first one, is going to give you more information about the campaign, a bigger, broader description of it. And then the Born to Lead 2017 link is just the straight sign up form. It's a free membership. You don't have to worry about paying anything to be a part of the campaign. All right. So I just want to give you a heads up about that, everybody. I appreciate your listenership tonight. Just remember, we are going to be back here tomorrow night because our focus on Wednesdays really helps those of you who do a lot of work, business work online. So we're focusing on marketers. And every entrepreneur nowadays, you have to understand, you are a marketer first. And we're helping marketers to build their influence as well online and offline. Okay. So we're going to focus on marketers and building you up as a winning leader on tomorrow, being that it's Wednesday. Okay. Thank you so much for listening in tonight. I do know that my trooper Janine just came on. Appreciate you, Janine. Thank you so much. But I appreciate each and every one of you listening in from all around the world. And we are going to be back tomorrow at 9:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But until then, I do encourage you to think, to speak, and to live leadership.